Yo, this is kingearner coming to y'all live and direct. Welcome to the Honorable Talk Show. So, the last 48 hours, man, it turned out different than the average series of or episode of the 48 hours. We had the target who was the rat, Bleu DaVinci. Then we had individuals that got some honor to them, just paying attention to what things were said. The sad part about it is that I didn't have to go that far as in putting him out there. The guy's a kitten. My goal isn't to harm him or disrespect him. My goal is to get the youth to understand that when you speak of these rappers or you speak of these dudes that's claiming to have some honor and you're following them, let's make sure that you understand the real artists that done jail time and things of this nature came home and changed their lives. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, again, you see that recycled crime, man. You know what I'm saying? You see Bleu DaVinci, a guy pretending like he's this big guy and his life was built off of drug selling, when actually, youngins, the man's life was built off of music. Big Meech, along with other guys, I'm pretty sure, that was doing whatever they were doing. I don't know what their case is like, but I'm just saying whatever they was doing, whatever they had going on, they understood the legal aspect of it. And you'll get that from us, dudes that's been in poverty and, that done a lot of wrong things in our lives. As we're coming away from negativity, what we'll end up doing is going positive just an inch. But before we get to see the potential and the positivity, what ends up happening is we get arrested. That's because we didn't stop what we were supposed to stop all the way together. If we had stopped what we were supposed to stop all the way together, what ends up happening is we become successful. Jay-Z stopped all the way together. You see where I'm coming from? Individuals like 50 Cent, after a while, he stopped all the way together, you see? And this is why some people don't make it, you dig? The reason why is because the shaitan, the Satan, and the bad energy in our world, it begins to take away from the good that we have in ourselves. So you'll find out that individuals that did live my past, when they came home, they made sure they ran right to doing what they know that they're good at. So I don't want individuals like my subscribers and stuff. I want us to go ahead and move past Bleu DaVinci like we have moved past Alpo, like we have moved past AZ. I want us to go into a different light. The light we're going to go into is the understanding of it. You see? Recycled crime is created by kingearner. I thought of this some years ago. But I always came with this message that you see, but at one time I came with the negative part of it. With the rat people, the rats, yeah, and I do this and I do that. At that time, that was my mindset. No one accepted it. So when I brought forth the Honor Your Life campaign, I gave you guys 2 good years, going on the 3rd year, of me making sure that I was every day with the children. It's a difference, see? I learned them, I got an understanding of them, and I talked to them. So now what I begin to do is kind of like take a easier way out. When I say that, whereas though I don't have to work as hard as I did, but I'm working hard more cyberly. You see where I'm coming from? I got the understanding of the footwork. I mastered it. It's like, okay, now I'm not retired from working that way every day because I still deal with the children every day. I have my own program. But recycled crime is being pumped into the heads of the children so they'll get a fear and the understanding that, yo, I'm liable to go to jail if I mess around in the streets. Now, we need to get all the jokes out, and we need to get some understanding that recycled crime A is the recycled crime. We don't want nobody to get confused like Bleu DaVinci did, and he became a rat, as he says. But recycled crime A is an individual, right, who goes to jail. When things seem too heated, he don't even have to tell on his own squad, but he may have told on something or somebody or something that he know or other individuals that he know. They let him out of prison. That individual is more likely to actually go ahead and continue to do more crime. The reason why he's actually able to see that mindset and try to, like, how can I say it, go after the crime in a harder fashion is only because he's been enabled to continue to do crime. You see? Someone has enabled him, and that someone is either a detective that's doing it without the law knowing it, without the whole police district knowing, or that officer who has the authority, like agents, to go ahead and give people immunity and things of that, and tell them, listen, if you go do this, that, and the third, you just continue to work for us, and we can give you a check. And that person, what do you think he's going to do? He's going to go harder than ever. You know why? Because at the end of the day, he knows that he can get out from running his mouth long as he snitches on everyone. That's what I call the government kind of destroying our community. Because on one hand, they say that we should be punished for the crimes that we commit, but here they have a section of individuals that commits recycled crime A that continues to go in that mindset. You know, that's their thing. And their thing is doing that. That's their hustle. They get the money, and sometimes a lot of them, I read a lot of paperwork where you will see a lot of the rats, they may have been going to serve someone, right? An informant, a CI, and they'll take some work out of the stuff that they're serving to another individual. So the person to say, the police will have the person being arrested that served the undercover or that served the CI, the informant, they'll have that person saying that he bought, like, let's say 56 grams of crack. But when all actuality, the dude in between, the CI, the informant, boy, he done stole out of that. When he stole out of that, it really ain't 56 grams no more. I've seen that in a lot of cases. The thing is this. They are being enabled to continue to do crime. Now, recycle crime B is more of a category that can be given to you, right? In reference to what you may have done. And this is what you may have done, what I've done. So recycle crime B, it gives you an understanding that we got to stop going back and forth to jail. A guy come home from jail, he stood tall, done the right thing. His first bid, he'll come home from prison doing the right thing. And then he'll go back to jail for doing the wrong thing. Then he'll do it, and he'll do it, he'll do it, he'll do it, he'll do it. That's recycle crime B. But this recycle crime A that we're attacking now has to be attacked first in a positive manner without calling people too much vulgar names, without any violence, period. I don't want that. But what it does is it gives the community to understand who that person is. Let's say, and this is what I'm going to the Supreme Court asking for. Let's say that individual is like he did tell, he's a CI. I feel as though his identity can no longer, after he's been on the case and things didn't go well, whatever which way it went, he shouldn't be allowed to be out in the community still doing it without his name being on a billboard with the rest of them that were like rapists. You know how they do the rapists? And they the Megan's Law thing, and they got the big thing, and they got people on there and all that from the neighborhoods when they come home. Well, likewise, that's how that should be with the recycle crime A. They should have to check in when they come home downtown, allow who they are. That way it's not entrapment. Because these people didn't go underneath for being a police officer. They didn't go to the academy. So what's going on here, them being paid for it should be actually a crime. How could they even qualify for that? I mean, a person that has felonies, they can't go get a job as a police officer, can they? So that's what I want for everybody to understand. If you don't understand that, what ends up happening is we lose. The reason why we lose is because our neighborhood is only going to get so much better with that happening. Them rats are going to influence the good guys who do wrong things, and the good guys, when I say the good guys, the guys who in the streets also, right? But ain't with stool pigeon being a rat and stuff like that. And what's going to happen? All of them are going to be locked up soon. And before you know it, you're going to look up, you're only going to have all rats out here. Now, the reason why I'm so successful with my platform is because I have a right to speak. I have a freedom to speech, but you'll never catch me. That's why people always say they think they know everything. The kid from the Rats 215 went down because he was getting information on people that were still fighting cases and stuff like that. And the way he was presenting it is as if he wanted these people to be harmed. I come from my heart here. Do not harm any of these individuals. But it wouldn't be on me because guess what? These people have movies and things out. So when I speak on the dudes that's in the industry and the movies and the people that have big things going on, I'm able to because it's public record. It ain't like it's, like they say some people's stuff is public record. No, some people's stuff you got to go and get. You see? I don't have to go get Bleu DaVinci's paperwork because he told me what he was underneath of. You see where I'm coming from? I don't have to go get white boy Rick's paperwork or sneakily try to do it or try to get it from an individual because guess what? At the end of the day, it's already out there. They're having a movie about it. It's all on TV. Nate Boone, all these guys I spoke of. So when you tell kingearner to speak on personal things about people in Philly that have ongoing case, what you're really telling kingearner is to get himself locked the hell up. That's what you're doing. You're telling kingearner to lock himself up when kingearner has repeatedly seen these individuals and respectfully, no harm brought to him. Just allowing them to know around their chums, their little friends, that they're a rat. So at the end of the day, I have a brain that I use. I'm not going to have my platform be destroyed and while I'm in jail because I'm trying to show off to make the people happy. It's not about that. It's not about that. See, what ends up happening is on the Bleu DaVinci thing, Big Meech gets the honors in this. You know why he gets the honors in this? Because now he don't have to say anything about it. It's smart for him not to ever speak on Bleu DaVinci. Why would he do that? That will harm him and put him in a bad position because I'm pretty sure Bleu DaVinci would lie and say these people were sent to him. But here it is, I am a guy from Philadelphia. I have an Honor Your Life campaign where I'm giving people the understanding of what not to follow. And I saw Bleu DaVinci say it out of his own mouth, so I was able to put it out there. Other than that, you're only going to hear me speak about the individuals that's made it mainstream that are rats. So don't ask me about guys. If it's a guy from Philadelphia and they made it mainstream, hey, I'm all over it, man. But if it's a guy from Philadelphia or New York and it's just happy, you think I want to speak on it? Have you heard me speak on Rod Diggs? Huh? You haven't. You know why? Because I would be stupid to do that. That man could be trying to get back in court. You got to use your brain. Did you hear me speak on Pistol Pete? Oh, you haven't. You heard me speak on individuals that was already worldwide publicly known as rats. And I want for the youngest to make sure that you don't harm these people. But you continue to play my videos over and over and over and giving people the understanding because at the end of the day, some dudes manipulate it like white boy Rick. But see, what his problem was is after he knew it was wrong, he continued to do it. We have to hold them accountable for the things they do wrong also. They hold us by giving us a lot of time in jail. And we receive that punishment, don't we? Yes, I done my time, stayed in feds, and I came home. I never had a co-defendant in my life, but at the end of the day, whenever I was asked about anybody else, I never knew because guess what? I never really knew. So, when and if I had known, I would have told them, I don't know these people or what are you speaking about because at the end of the day, I'm my own person. I can't give you what no one else is doing outside of if I'm doing industry work or if I'm doing speaking and they talking about the teachers or something. I don't know what's going on. I never can. I'm only working, doing my job. And I only known everybody since I've been home. If you ever see me with them, they're legal. I don't care what nobody says. Anybody, go to my page and see pictures up and down. I have brothers from all around the world, and I have brothers in Philadelphia. But it's only one specific set of fellas because they all they honor intact, and they're not confused in what going in the right path means. You see, they're not confused. They say, right path we go. So I just wanted to let everybody know that I'm off of it. When I say I'm off of it, Bleu DaVinci is behind me. Anybody that says anything to me about paperwork, you're sounding silly when a guy tells you exactly what he done. Go follow me at kingearner1 to find out more and to see more. And guess what? You're going to find out that anything that I say is authentic and it's 100. And if I do make any mistakes, I will say, hey, I made a mistake. I made a mistake on the brother Ferris. And we got it together. We got it together. Lou Sims hit me. But that's enough. But that and I talked to the Ferris. But I'm going to speak about that. And we're just going to add some positivity into our lives and continue to do the right thing. Kingearner live and direct.